Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of the Mr. Good Guy Show. I am your host, Mr. Double G, which is short for Mr. Good Guy. The Mr. Good Guy Show is dedicated to spreading important information about the elite of alien invaders who is trying to destroy our world, and our guns, and our freedom, and much more. Today we have a special guest who will join us in discussing how we can fight the system. It's gonna be awesome. I would like to welcome Red Dragon 666 to the Mr. Good Guy Show. Hello Red Dragon, and welcome to the Mr. Good Guy Show. Tell us about yourself and your fight against the system.
Yes, it will be my pleasure. I am 42 years old, and I identify as a non-binary male on the gender spectrum. My sign is the Scorpion, and I have a degree in artistic freedance and in women oppression studies. My goal is to smash the oppressive, racist, institutional patriarchy and male privilege and fight for minorities and marginalized groups, such as transgendered people, ethnic lesbians, and animal rights.
Okay, that sounds awesome. I also fight for animal rights. I think animals should have human rights, just like humans. They should have gun rights and property rights, just like everybody else.
I have a pet dog myself. I adopted him from the animal shelter. He was also victimized by the oppressive systemic fascist patriarchy, who was oppressing feminist academia and sexual minorities all over the world. He was found by the side of the road. Some drunk driver had done a hit and run and just left him for dead. But after 8 hip surgeries and extensive dog psychology and training, he is now up and running again. But I think he is still traumatized from the accident because he is always chasing after people in cars.
Okay, that's an awesome story. I'm glad to hear that your dog is doing alright. That's awesome. But if your dog keeps on chasing after people in cars, you probably shouldn't let your dog drive at all. It's not always easy with pets. I had to get rid of my cat because he was suffering from a drinking problem.
Are you saying that your cat was alcoholic?
No, I am an alcoholic, but the cat was suffering. Alcohol is my hobby, and I had to choose between my pet and my favorite hobby. So besides pets, do you have any hobbies?
Does walking my dog count?
Sure.
In that case, no. My dog gets all the exercise he needs from chasing after cars. I focus all my energy on activism and protesting. And in my spare time, I work as a volunteer at the clinic to help people who are mentally challenged. It's kind of a hobby.
Yeah, sure. That sounds awesome. I also deal with people who are mentally challenged in my spare time.
So you also do volunteer work at a clinic?
No, I talk to people on Twitter. It's awesome. I try to spread my message everywhere, so I will talk to anyone. I want to help people and open their eyes to the truth and give them a purpose. I have a good effect on people. When pessimists said that things can't get any worse, I take the optimistic approach and say, sure they can. We just have to try harder and not give up. I try to help people who are in a dark place. A lot of people are depressed and scared because the fascist system is oppressing them.
I agree that people are oppressed by the patriarchy and the capitalistic system. It's because of toxic masculinity, misogyny, male privileged people in power who exploit minorities and transgender people for more power and corporate greed. And I try to be a role model for young, impressionable minds.
Yes, that is true. Good role models are important. I only had my mother growing up, and she left when I was 15, and that made me angry and lonely, so I held a big party, and I burned the house down. So when my mother got back from work, she was real angry and threw me out. But it was an awesome party.
Well, I still live at home with my parents. I remember my parents got real excited when I told them I would join the cross-country team, but they were a bit disappointed when they realized that I wasn't going across the country and that I would be back in a couple of hours.
Okay, that was an awesome story, Red Dragon. I believe we will end it here, so thanks for coming on the show. It was awesome.
Thank you. I would just like to say one more thing before I go.
Yeah, So thanks to Red Dragon for coming on, and thanks to everybody for watching the show. It was awesome. Remember to hit like and subscribe to my channel, and drop the contact information to your mother in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and good night.